A Bob Marley song has been playing in my head recently, especially the lines, "You can't run away from yourself, and every man thinks his burden is the heaviest." It made me think back to when I was surrounded by people, and none of them knew what was weighing on me. I was in a hole and didn't see a way out. I was actually contemplating ending my life and just running away from myself. And nobody knew because I didn't let them in. I'm Osei, and here's my story. My dad left when I was young. I lived with my mom in the village where my parents grew up. Our church was very rigid and strict. When I got older, I didn't want any part of it. I started drinking and partying. I felt I had a good life. I had a great job, a car, and a girlfriend. I would say I was living my dream. My mom had always told me, "You better not get any girl pregnant." But I didn't think about it. I guess I believed it wouldn't happen until it did. My girlfriend at the time also had very strict rules. And having a child could ruin things with her parents, who were sponsoring her and her sister to go to America. We both agreed that abortion was our only option. I don't remember much of that day. I don't recall how she got to the clinic or how I felt. The one thing I do remember is how sad she was when I picked her up afterwards. Even though we both agreed, seeing her deep sadness, I felt I had forced her into it. My life took a lot of turns after that. I'm not sure I could say that I was operating out of pain because I didn't think about it. It was a secret I locked away in a box. When I was 20, we moved to America. At this point, my dad's mom, who had left when he was 5, and my mom's mom were both living in the US. When they sponsored my parents, I was able to go too, because I was under 21. I didn't want to leave my country, but my sister convinced me I would have a better future in America. So there I was, a few years after the abortion, attending a church in Brooklyn. I was still drinking and doing different stuff, but I was beginning to think about having a family. And I wanted a different life for myself. I've always loved music, so when I was given the opportunity to play the drums on the worship team, if I would take my faith more seriously, I did. During worship one Sunday, out of nowhere, I had feelings of intense guilt and shame. It was like a voice in my head reminding me of what I've done. I walked out of the church. My cousin and her friend, who's now my wife, followed me. I was very emotional. For the first time, I felt the weight of it all, and it was unbearable. They were the first people to know other than my ex-girlfriend. I can't remember the words they said to console me, but I went back inside the church with them. After that, I reached out to my ex and apologized. I was relieved to find out that she had gone on to have children and seemed happy. Then I put the secret in a box for another 20 years. I got married, had children, and took on some big issues in my life, like alcohol and old deep-rooted habits. One Sunday, a guest speaker at our church talked about the local pregnancy center and their work. I really felt pulled to volunteer. They require volunteers who have experienced abortion to go through an abortion healing program. The one I did was called Healing a Father's Heart. That really opened a lot of things for me. I had never related to certain emotions. I didn't have language to express them. Truly, I was just horrible at it, except for anger. Anyone who knows me will say I'm really good at expressing anger. The abortion healing process helped me to be more empathetic, compassionate, and understanding towards people, even my mom, who had been so harsh about not getting the girl pregnant. I did the math from when she got married and when my sister was born. When I figured out that she got pregnant before they were married, I better understood her fears for me. I realized patterns in my family: unintended pregnancies, broken relationships, alcohol, codependency, and I wanted to leave a different legacy, to start putting in the groundwork so that my kids and grandkids can build on that. My advice for other men is to not do what I did for so long, to not ignore or run away from the hard work of facing the painful part of our lives. Reach out for support and help from others. We're not alone. And our burdens aren't the heaviest if we allow others to help us shoulder it. Letting others in, like abortion healing did for me, can make all the difference.